last night. And of course, it was another unusual night of weather. We've been through a number of rough years in Houston recently. Let's hope this is it for a very, very long time. But I hope everyone is safe and your homes are okay and you have power. And I'm glad many of you were able to be here tonight. Of course, we're normally in our Freeman Levitt Sanctuary on Friday nights, which we always enjoy, but the air condition is still being repaired. Hopefully it should be fixed by the end of the month. But in the meantime, we're of course blessed to be here in the Bark Sanctuary together with our friends and our family and our congregational family as we enjoy the beauty of Shabbat, as we take a break from what was a very busy week and a very challenging end to the week, as we come together now with Hinei Matov. And now let us rise for the blessing for the candles for this Shabbat. And you may be seated. And I invite you to take out your prayer books, and we turn to page 5. Shalom Aleichem, Malchei Hasharet, Malchei Elyon. Page 13, Shir Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shir Ladonai, Kol Haaretz. Page 14, Yismechu Hashemayim V'Tagel Haaretz. Let's continue on page 23 as we welcome the Sabbath bride and greet Shabbat as she arrives. L'chadodi likrat kala.
Shmor
now let's take a moment and wish everyone around you a good Shabbos. Maybe she's just getting everything ready. All right, we'll have you take over for Baruch. That's all. And now I invite everyone to remain standing who is in mourning, all those in mourning to remain standing for the words of the mourner's Kaddish, which is found in our prayer book on page 30. Yitzgadal v'yikadash shemei rabbah, b'yama divrach yirteh v'yamlik machuteh, b'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayeh dekol beit Yisrael, b'agala v'zman kari v'yemru amen. Yehi shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam omei amaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudusha b'richu, Le'ela minkol berchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiram b'yama v'yemru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shamaya, v'chayim aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'yemru amen. Osei shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'yemru amen. And ask someone to please rise for the Baruch Hu, page 39.
You may be seated, and we continue on page 40 with Ahavat Olam.
נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ושוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
We continue silently in Hebrew or English to the bottom of page 42.
Adonai Elohechem, Amen.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh. Who is like you, God amongst the mighty? The song our ancestors sang when they crossed the Red Sea, page 44. Okay, and now something to calm us down a little bit. Hashkivenu, help us to lie down in peace tonight and awaken us tomorrow to life renewed. Hashkivenu, page 45.
סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים.
And let's continue now on the top of page 46. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael. Please rise. Amen.
יתברך וישתבח יתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתחלש שמיר קודשה בריחו לילה מן כה בחטא ושירתה שושבחתה ונחמתה דמירם בימה ואמרו Amen.
We now continue silently for the silent Friday night Amidah, page 47 through page 52. O God, grant abundant and lasting peace to your people Israel and all who dwell on earth. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha.
Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Kol Yoshvei Tevel, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Kol Yoshvei Tevel, Tasim Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Kol Yoshvei Tevel, Tasim Leolam. Baruch atah Adonai, Am Mevarech.
And our prayers turn from peace to healing. As we do every Friday night at this time, we think of those in our families who are ill, who are sick, who need extra support. We think, of course, of those in Israel, the soldiers, the hostages, their families. All those are in need of a refuah shlema, a complete healing of the mind, body, soul, and spirit, as the cantor leads us in the Misha Barak prayer. During this time of year, we continue our counting of the Omer from Passover to Shavuot, and we're at the halfway point today. And so let's begin with the blessing, beginning on page 63. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sefirata Omer. Baruch atah Adonai, our God, sovereign of time and space, who has provided us with the path to holiness through the observance of mitzvot, as it instructed us to count the Omer. Tonight, after dark nightfall, we'll begin Hayom Hamisha V'Esrim Yom Shechem Shlosha Shavuot V'Arba'a Yamim LaOmer. Tonight we'll begin 25 days, 3 weeks, and 4 days of the Omer. And let us say Amen. And you may be seated now as we continue with Kaddish Shalem, page 54.
בחיון וימחון בחייר כל בית ישראל בגולה בזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן יהי שמי רבא מבורך לעולם עולם מהמיה יתברך וישתבח יתבר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה שמי רקורשה בריחו לילה מלכו בחצה ושירתה ושפחתה ונחמתה דם אירן ועלמה ויאמרו אמן תרקבץ לא תהון ובתנכו ישראל חודם אהור בשמיה ויאמרו אמן יהי שם הרבה משמיה וחיים עלינו כל ישראל ויאמרו אמן עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל
Shabbat Shalom. I remember thinking, as I was sitting on the floor of my laundry room last night, because it was the closest windowless interior room to the kitchen, where we had, until the sky just turned black, been eating our ravioli. I remember sitting there on that very uncomfortable hard floor, with an anxious dog on one side and an overly excited 5-year-old on the other side. And being on my phone, just refreshing it over and over. I'd want to see the latest update to the radar so I could just watch as this incredibly dangerous supercell passed over us quickly, and then it seems just achingly slowly. And I remember sitting there thinking, this just came out of nowhere. It seemed to come out of nowhere, right? Like, I know so many people who are still at work when it hit. We still had staff here in the building. Heck, we had kids who were here practicing. But it felt like a surprise, right? The sudden violence of the storm. And look, obviously, I know where we live. We know where we live. This is Houston. We get rain, we get storms, we get bad storms. Heck, we get hurricanes. And we're fairly prepared when it comes to those things because we know the neighborhood we live in, so to speak. Other people who live in other places, they might not get it. Why do you live somewhere so dangerous? My friends always ask me that when I have this kind of a thing happen. But you got to tell them, you want to tell them, this is my home, and I'm a relative newcomer, but some of y'all have been here for generations. What are you going to say? Like, okay, I guess I'll just move. I'll just go to a different state because there's some bad weather, every once in a while. No. Because, obviously things can get bad. That happens here. It's not what I would call a selling point. I wouldn't invite someone to come visit in the middle of one. But it's not a deterrent, I would say, making your life, raising your family in a place like this, And at the same time, despite knowing all of that, despite knowing that this is the nature of where we live, and these kinds of things do happen, and the best thing you can do is be prepared. When you're in it, when you are in the moment, when you are in the eye of it, when the absolute worst is bearing down on your home, when the sky turns black as night and the wind is violently whipping the trees, and all you can do, all you, one teeny tiny person, in the middle of this maelstrom all you can do is hide. Go to some stuffy closet and wait. Wait for safety. And just hope and wish and pray that the storm passes over your house, spares your loved ones, spares you. When it sounds like there's a battle being fought outside your door, like there's something very dangerous trying to force its way in, it's very hard to imagine life after that. And frankly, that's actually pretty smart, because when your phone is blaring those alarms at you and your pet is doing their natural instinct to scatter and the lights are flickering on and off, when it really does look like, because indeed there is something very dangerous happening near you, your first priority really has to be safety. Safety for yourself, for your family, for your property. But it can be really hard when times are hard to imagine them ever being better, to imagine light when it is so very dark. Those minutes or hours or more of fear and uncertainty, they just tick on endlessly. It seems like an eternity when you are waiting to be safe. And then both suddenly and gradually the darkness lightens. I went out this morning not knowing exactly what to expect. And it was actually kind of funny, but the weather this morning was really nice. There was a nice light breeze. It was a temperate, 70 degrees, right? And for mid-May, that's good for us. And yes, there were tree limbs everywhere. Lots of leaves scattered. But there were already crews going around my neighborhood picking stuff up. And yeah, this morning there was more than 500,000 people who didn't have power. But it was 1 million last night. Most residences, most individual people will see their power restored within the next couple days, and the rest mostly within next week. And that's not great, but they're working on it. Now, some businesses took a little bit of damage, and some took a lot. I've seen the same photos y'all have. Whole walls that were ripped down, windows blasted out of those downtown high-rises, whole roofs blown off. It will take time to recover from damage that extensive. But the recovery is already underway. We're on the other side now. Something we could not have even prioritized thinking about when the rain was lashing our windows, something we were just waiting, praying for it to come. Hurry up already, just come out the other side. Because then, eventually, inevitably, we did. Because we always do. come out the other side. We may be banged up and bruised, yes. We may take some losses, and any losses are too many losses. But we always make it. It's just remembering. That's the tricky part. There's a funny story about King Solomon, who decided to humble his faithful servant. I don't know why he harassed his poor servant, his faithful, hardworking servant Benaiah. And he said to him, "There's a ring I want you to bring me. It will take you months to find it." And Benaiah, who loved Solomon, said, "Of course." He didn't know what Solomon knew, which was that no such ring existed. "Well, what does the ring do?" Benaiah asked. "Well, it has magic powers," said King Solomon. "If a happy person looks at it, they become sad. And if a sad person looks at it, they become happy." And so Benaiah set out to look for this magical, non-existent ring. But after half a year, he became despondent. He couldn't imagine disappointing his king. He'd always been successful in all his missions before, but now, finally, it seems he had been tasked with the impossible. So he went back to Solomon's palace, and he was about to enter when he noticed an older woman sitting on a worn-out rug selling jewelry. And he thought, what do I have to lose? So he said, "Old woman, I'm looking for a ring that makes the wearer who's happy forget their joy and the brokenhearted forget their sorrows." She looked at him. She smiled. She took a ring off the rug. She engraved it and gave it to him. And taking the ring, he saw it, and he had a huge smile on his face, and he fairly ran the rest of the way to the palace, where he found King Solomon sitting on his throne, surrounded by his ministers. "Benaiah," he shouted, "you've returned, success." His ministers laughed because they knew what was up, making them happy, this mission of finding a ring that would make the happy sad and the sad happy. But Benaiah took the ring. He gave it to Solomon, who blanched, realizing that his faithful old servant was perhaps wiser in some ways than even he. Now, the inscription inside, I guarantee, even if you've never heard this story before, I guarantee some or even many of you have heard, you know this inscription, you do know it. Because the inside of the ring, in the tiniest of letters, was engraved, Gam ze ya'avor. This too shall pass. Now, this story is hundreds, if not thousands of years old, this Jewish story, and it shows how, as Jews, we know that bad things happen, that bad times, scary times come upon us. You don't have to be a meteorologist or a scholar of Jewish history to know that. And bad things don't only happen to Jews, of course, like a superstorm, but gosh, it does certainly seem like bad things happen to us an awful lot as a people. And when they happen, like all bad things, they seem to go on forever, endlessly, interminably. The darkness seems all-encompassing. But we know, because we are Jews, that the darkness, as great and as terrible as it is fleeting. Gam ze ya'avor, it too will pass. And on the other side is light and safety and joy too. As the survivors of the Nova Massacre say, sometimes you just get yourself right in the feels. We will dance again. So maybe it's just me, maybe I have jewelry on the mind, but I think it's good Solomon wanted a reminder. I think it's good we all have a reminder, if not physical, then metaphorical, that when it comes to storms or other trying times, Gam ze ya'avor, this too shall pass. We've made it through before, and we will make it through again. And our faith in that will, as ever before, see us through. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Rabbi Fort. And of course, course, we look forward to that day when this does pass, what's happening in Israel, of course, as we do now often on Friday nights as we continue to think of Israel. We rise now for Hatikva. And now let us remain standing for the words of the Aleinu, found back in our prayer book on page 56.
עלינו לשבח לדום הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל העולם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נותן שמיים ועושה ארץ, ומשה יקרא בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בכל בי מרומים. ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ויאמרו יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
And now we invite all those in mourning to remain standing for the words of the mourner's Kaddish. And this week at Beth Yeshurun, we offer condolences to the families of Joel K., Lidamila Sharf, Irina Sech, Ella Riley Adler, David Stern, and Scott Sherble. Page 58. Yitzgadal v'yikadash shemei rabbah, v'yamad divrach yirteh v'yamlik malchuteh, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayeh dekol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kariv v'yamru amen. Yehi shmei rabbah mevorach leolam omea maya. Yitzbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudusha b'rechu. Le'ela minkol berkata v'shirata tishbachata v'nechemata damiram b'alma v'yamru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shamaya v'chayim aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'yamru amen. Osei shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'yamru amen. And you may be seated. So this week we have 4 anniversaries to celebrate. First, celebrating their first anniversary, Bobby Barden and Blair Bonham Pyle, celebrating their 1-year anniversary. Mazel tov again. This past year, you had the honor of being a groomsman and bridesmaid in the wedding for Desmond and Kirsty, who are also with us tonight's services. And you got to see the Northern Lights in Norway this past Thanksgiving. So only continued wonderful experiences like that, and only continued blessings for many, many years to come. Happy 1-year anniversary. Mazel tov. Celebrating their 30th anniversary, Andrea and David Stein. And you're very grateful that your children, Julie and Jonathan, are happy and healthy living up in Dallas. And you thank God for all the good health and look forward to another great year ahead. You celebrate 3 decades of marriage and only continued simchas and good health and many, many decades to come. Happy anniversary. Mazel tov. Celebrating their 43rd wedding anniversary, Nancy and Arthur Brand. Mazel tov. And Nancy and Arthur, it's great to see you, and I know you're looking forward to celebrating the 80th anniversary of D-Day in Normandy, France, next month on June 6th. Together, when you go on a trip, this will be your 5th time celebrating a milestone D-Day anniversary in Normandy. I look forward to hearing about your trip. I know you'll have many good experiences going there and to Germany, seeing the concentration camp that your father helped liberate, and many other good experiences together as you continue to explore this world, and many more experiences like that as you celebrate 43 years of marriage. Mazel tov. And online, celebrating their 53rd anniversary. They watch every Friday night because they have no choice. Larry and Shirley Strauss, my parents. And they say they feel very blessed to be healthy and alive, to be able to celebrate their anniversary together. And many, many good blessings to my wonderful parents as they celebrate 53 years of marriage. Mazel tov. Now we have a birthday to celebrate as well. It's a friend that hasn't been with us for the last several months. He was up in Chicago now to spend time with his family up there. But Martin, it's great to see you. I know you're celebrating this time of year, back on May 3rd, your 85th birthday. So mazel tov to you. And it's great to see you back. I know you'll have time with your friends and your community, but we wish you continued blessings up there. We miss you here, and we want to celebrate your birthday by wishing you and singing to you happy birthday.
We all know the song, right? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Garden 85. Happy birthday to you.
So just a couple of very quick announcements. This Sunday is our annual meeting, this Sunday at 4 p.m., where we have an opportunity to thank our outgoing officers, welcome any new officers, and celebrate the accomplishments of this wonderful program year, and of course to thank our congregational president, Lori Herzog. You still can go. You can still RSVP. Just go to our website. And just a reminder for those members of past and future board, we'll take our official board of trustees photo right afterwards. So please do wear business attire for those on the board. And next Friday night, a week from tonight, before services at 5:15 will be our fourth Friday of the month happy hour. So hope to see you next Friday night. And for our last announcement, I want to call upon my colleague, Rabbi Fort.
I don't often get to embarrass people from here and in such a big room, but you're welcome. All year, we have had a group of very dedicated young Jewish professionals who are members of our community, and they have given one Sunday of their month, every single month this year, to learn a little bit more about the inner workings of Beth Yeshurun, to learn, not just as participants and as members and as people who enjoy our services and programs, but also as people who want to know how things are run. How does the board work? How does the budget get put together? How does security get approached? There are so many pieces to making a wonderful, very large community like Beth Yeshurun run, and these are young professionals who want to know a little more and dig in a little deeper and get their hands a little dirty maybe one day. So we have gotten some wonderful young professionals to give us one Sunday of their month, every single month this year, and they're family members who very graciously give them up to us to learn. And we know that they're going to make a big splash, a big impact on anywhere in the Jewish community that they choose to use their powers of leadership and vision and passion. Hopefully here at Beth Yeshurun, but anywhere you go, I know they're going to be blessed to have you. This is the second year we've run this program, and we have seen our alumni go on to committees and boards, both here at Beth Yeshurun and at other Jewish institutions in our community. And we're so blessed. I'm so blessed to be able to work with you. And I know that all of the board members and staff that you met with during your year enjoyed being with you as much as I know you enjoy being with them. So now to embarrass the few of them who would come because of the storm and everything, yada yada. So this is not everybody, but this is a few of our Sulam program. I would like you to stand and be recognized so we can embarrass you and clap for you. I know where you're sitting. Thank you so much for giving us your time this year, and I know we'll definitely see you around.
Thank you, Rabbi Ford. And we appreciate that. And of course, a reminder to all of us, we look forward to your Afro 3 weeks from tonight, when we as a community have an opportunity to celebrate your wedding to Andrew. I know it was here. There you are, Andrew. And we wish the two of you mazel tov. And of course, that's June 7th, when the congregation's welcome to celebrate the wonderful marriage of one of our rabbis. And so with that, we're ready to bring our service to a close. We have some children here. I'd love to call upon all our children, our pre-B'nai Mitzvah students, to come to the Bima to help the cantor with the Kiddush and the Hamotzi. And let's bless our sons. First, for our sons, we say, Yesimcha Elohim ke'Ephraim v'ke'Menashe. May God bless us, our precious sons like Ephraim and Menashe. And for our daughters, we say, Yesimech Elohim ke'Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, v'Leah. May God bless our daughters like Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. And may God bless all of our precious children with shalom, with peace always. And we say, Amen. And now please rise for the Kiddush and Hamotzi.
Shabbat Renewal, be'avav ratzoni inchianu, zikaron l'maaseh b'reishit, ki hu yom techila l'mikrei kodesh, zeichel tzion Mitzrayim, ki vanu v'cholta, v'tar ki Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Great job,